Hi Littleton Youth Soccer coaches, this is video 3 of 3. In this video we're going to talk about how to create a practice plan and how to edit practice plans that may be either pre-populated or ones that you have created. So let's get started. So we go into the MOJO app. First thing, make sure we have the team that we want to look at. I'm going to select the team that I'm going to look at. One other thing in there I will show here, but most of you should already have it, is make sure you have the Littleton Youth Soccer organization affiliated to your team. In order to do that, click that gear icon top right to check. In this example, for this team, second one down, org affiliation, there's nothing there. I'm going to add Littleton Youth Soccer to that search. There's Littleton Youth Soccer Club. You don't have to do that. The reason why I showed it here is there are pre-populated practice plans that Littleton Youth Soccer has created that by being affiliated with your team, you'll have access to those practice plans. Last thing, make sure to save, and you'll see that Littleton Youth Soccer icon at the top. So we have that affiliation there. Now we're going to go into a practice plan. We're going to show how to create one from scratch, the multiple ways of doing that, as well as how to edit that. So let's go into how to create a practice plan from scratch. First off, select the date that you want to look at. If you have not pre-populated, or there's not a pre-populated practice plan, you're going to see this screen here. You can choose select focus area or create automatically. I'm going to show you both of them. The first one I'm going to choose is select focus area, and it's going to give you a bunch of options. The first one at the top is from my org, so your affiliation to Littleton Youth Soccer. You can choose from the various practice plans depending on your age. If you're in U8, Pee-wee, U6, U8, you can see these practice plans here. You can look at them, see what they are, what they're describing, and what the activities are. And if you want to use it, you just choose Use Practice Plan. So that is the select focus area. Another example is same screen. If I haven't pre-populated, there's the create automatically. This is based on your duration. Let me just check my duration. I'm selecting, so I have 30 minutes. I'm going to make this 1 hour and 15 minutes. And you can message your team if you do for any changes that you make to the activities or to the details of your practice plan. So if I do create automatically, it's going to provide, based on the duration of my practice, the age of my roster, a recommended practice plan. So here's what it outlines for that practice plan, and you can save it and it's pre-populated. So that's how you can create a practice plan from scratch. An example of how to edit a practice plan, we'll walk through that progression here. So select the practice that you want to edit. In this example, there's 2 ways you can edit. One is the very top right, says edit. You can choose edit details, which is the details of the practice itself, the start time, duration, arrival time, location, all that good stuff. To edit the activities, do edit activities. It gives you a list based on your practice, the duration. If I want to increase dinosaur tag by 15 minutes and wizard duel by 15 minutes, you can notice at the top it changed from 50 minutes to an hour practice. So you can change that. You can move them up and down if you want to move one to the other. You can also delete a practice plan. Select the trash can to remove it. It'll ask you to do, if you want to do that. If I choose the swap icon, I can choose different areas that I want to focus on. So if I'm doing attacking, I can look at 2v1, see if that's one I want to look at. A 1v1 to inlines, choose that if I watch the video. And I want to replace that activity. I can also add an activity, same type of deal. I can add that activity to my practice plan if I desire. Just make sure you save at the top. That's one way to edit. If I go to another practice plan, I'll show you the last way you can edit a practice plan. Instead of going to the edit feature at the top right, there's several different things you can choose from. There's equipment, print, browse, and rate. Before I go into where you can edit, I'm going to just show you the equipment. When it's pre-populated, it'll give you a list of what types of equipment might you need for that practice, so you can be prepared or see if you have the right equipment to do it. That's a useful feature. The last one, to edit that practice plan, click Browse, and you can choose practice activities or practice plans. If I choose activities, same view as it was last time. I can choose the different areas of the game that I'm focused on. So if that practice plan is on passing, I can look at the different options for passing and add it to my activity. And it shows that same screen there where you can see where it added it there to my activity. Just make sure you save. That's one way of doing it. If I go back to Browse, you can look at practice plans in this example. And now again, where you saw earlier, you can choose from your org, a certain area of the game that you're focused on. You can also look at, there's the model of play, practice, play. There's also at the very bottom, U.S. Youth Soccer. So you can look at any of these different practice plans, read them, see the videos, see if that's a practice plan you would want to have for your team. And by adding that practice plan, it's going to remove all that other stuff and add it to your practice plan automatically. So right there, the U.S. Soccer curriculum there, and that is all the different ways you can edit a practice plan within MOJO. So again, thank you very much for joining Littleton Youth Soccer, and best of luck this season.